Don't forget that Nicolas Cage movie where he like saved the country and like got the Declaration of Independence. That taught me Bolian.
National treasure.
Dude, that's one of my favorite parts of history.
That's the best biography I've ever seen.
And the compelling performance Nick Cage gives.
That's it. The Masons.
The Freemasons. The Stonecutters Club.
This country owes more to Nick Cage than perhaps any other individual based on the films that I've seen.
Which means we owe it to Bernie Madoff for making him broke enough to take every possible movie he could get.
Also, maybe Turkey or whoever he like bought that Tyrannosaurus Rex skull from that he had to return and not get his money back. It was like $25 million or something. Maybe it might have been. You'd have to Google it. I heard two different figures, and one of them was like absurd. But he bought a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull at auction, and then like maybe the country of Turkey or somebody like that came back at him and was like, actually, they weren't. That wasn't their T-Rex head to sell. That's our T-Rex head. And Nicolas Cage, cool guy that he is, was just like, yeah, okay, take it back then.
TIL, that Nicolas Cage spent $150 million on a 70 million year old dinosaur skull. There's the skull I bought at an auction, and I bought it legally. Here's the MacGuffin. When the Mongolian government said that they needed it back, I gave it to them, but I never got my money back. So somebody at the auction house should be in jail.
Wait, and he didn't get his money back?
No, because
he lost out his $250,000. So that he probably had to do a really stupid movie to get that money back.
He just has like got his head above water. Over $6 million in property taxes and federal taxes he had to pay back. That's why he's been doing these movies like crazy the last few years.
Yeah. I'm really still upset about it because he made me watch Mandy.
Mandy was a good movie.
Mandy's fucking excellent. That's a gem. I recommend it to everyone. I watched it not too long ago.
People hold a grudge for your recommendation like I do.
Have you seen Mandy, Ed?
No.
It's a very weird, esoteric feeling Nick Cage movie, and Kyle and I liked it very much.
It's like an acid trip. Like acid is both like present in the material of the movie. Like part of it is about this crazy Christian acid cult, but it's also like you feel like you're on acid a little bit while you're watching it because the themes sort of change as Nick Cage does more acid and the colors and the sound and everything. It's a little bit like an acid trip in movie form. It's good though.
When I watched that movie, I hated it so much. I developed this narrative in my head that Kyle and Taylor pranked me. like they recommended the movie Suicide Squad. Like, Woody, you're gonna love it. Suicide Squad's the best. There's this really cool alligator character. Wait till he comes on. It's cool. It's great. Watch it to the end. Because I couldn't get
after the credits too.
yeah.
I'm thinking about
it. And I'm watching this. I'm like, those guys are jerks. They know this movie's bad.
And then you came on the show that week, and or maybe it was even before. Kyle and I are like, and you're like, you guys fucking sent me on a goose chase. And we're like, we were recommending our friend a movie we liked, and you were sitting there fuming at us.
Pull up the Rotten Tomatoes for that thing. I bet it's super high. I don't know what it is. I've never looked, but like I love it. I love it so much.
I've only seen it once.
But
I've seen it 5 times. It's fucking great.
So the tomato meter is really high, 90%. The audience score is 67%, which isn't terrible, but it's not. It's a mismatch there.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me too, because I think if you don't have any idea, if you're going in blind, you'd be so confused. After a while, like if you've never seen anything like that before, like if you're expecting like
National Treasure.
Oh yeah. I think maybe you after the first person got burnt alive in a sack, you'd be a little thrown off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good movie.
With the Nick Cage like dinosaur skull thing, anytime I hear about like rich celebrity purchases with stuff like that, I'm always like, is this like that art money laundering thing again, where rich people are like, oh, well, I bought this for a friend of mine appraised this for $3 million. And then I bought it for $3 million. I bought it for 10 grand for the artist. And then a friend of mine, an appraiser, said it's worth $3 million. And so I donated it to this public building, and I get to take $3 million off my tag or whatever.
I feel like this is a roundabout way of saying my Hunter Biden ink straw blowing paintings aren't worth what I think they are. That man's a genius.
Did y'all get yours?
His paintings suck.
I actually got an NFT of one of his paintings.
That would be so funny.
That's the new form version of bragging about your dinosaur head, is the Paul brothers bragging about how much they bought of cyberpunks or whatever.
How many apes and zombies you own now?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really how you know a celebrity's doing well.